Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ngozi. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Click on that little notification bell so you never miss an upload. Now on this channel we talk about love, marriage, dating, parenting, kids, you name it. Any real matter that is a trending topic, we'll be talking about it. And speaking of a trending matter at the moment, there is a video that's circulating right now about a man who has 7 children with 7 different women, and this is what he has to say about his experience. I'm just going to let the video roll for the entire clip and then we'll talk about it.
I got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas. Now for the past few days I've been going live telling my story, speaking my truth, and a lot of women having an issue calling me a deadbeat because I tell them I was being irresponsible, yet not wearing protection. But I always tell these women that I got pregnant that I do not want to be a father to these children, and I offer to pay for the abortion. Majority of times they'll either take the abortion or they'll take a plan B. But only these 7 have kept these children. But the crazy thing about it is they want me to be responsible for some children I told them I did not want. So for some years now, some of them been trying to get in contact with me, access denied, because I don't really know why you trying to get in contact with me. I done told you I did not want them kids. So don't expect me to be responsible financially, emotional, spiritually, mentally, or physically with some kids I do not want. And I don't give a what nobody think about it. You're not going to force children up on me. Yeah, we both made the decision to lay down and have intercourse. We both was irresponsible about the decisions we made that night. Yeah, I could have pulled out, but I didn't. And I ain't care to pull out because I'm not the one that gonna have to carry a baby for 9 months. It's the woman. In my opinion, women should be more careful on who they sleep with. Because you're going to be like, one of my baby mamas trying to find me so I can financially support a kid I done told her or them I did not want. Another thing is, these just jump offs. These the type of women that I ain't even had to do nothing for. The bare minimum, but they gave me access to their body and they think I want to be a father to a child for one of them? Wait, I don't even have no type of love for these women. How do they expect me to love these children? Before y'all say, oh, he irresponsible, he a deadbeat, he don't take accountability. Yeah, I do. I just don't give a f. You ain't gonna force these children on me when I told you I ain't want them. Yeah, I can offer to pay for abortion, but at what point can I force a woman to go get an abortion? I cannot. A woman say, my body, my choice, but I say, it's my life, my choice. Before y'all try to stitch this and be like, black man this, black man that, I don't give a f. I really don't.
Well, there you have it. This man has 7 children with 7 different women. He's had other women, so there's a lot more women who have actually taken the offer of having an abortion. I'm trying to understand what's going on in the mind of a woman having a relationship with a man who is saying to them, I don't want to have any children with you. Can I just ask again why you're with this man? Well, if you were with him for fun, then this is what it's resulted in. There are a few things to talk about here. I do feel really sorry for the women who have had this experience with this man. I do realize and I do understand that this man wasn't this way when he met them, when he wooed them, when he took them to bed, when they made that decision. This is not how he was. He would have been charming, he would have been nice, and this man made himself perfectly clear to these women, and it turns out that some eventually got pregnant and he got them to get the abortion. They aborted the children, but there are 7 others who kept the child, of course. As I can imagine, for many women it is a hard decision to terminate a pregnancy, and they went ahead to keep these children. Side note or major note, it is a very difficult job to be a single parent. Now, even as a mother of 3 children who are growing up now, with a loving husband, a full-on father, full-on provider, it's still exceptionally hard. How many times do you have to explain to another woman that there are men like this in the world? How many times do you need to explain to a woman that having a child for a man doesn't keep the man? And how many times do you have to tell a woman that you deserve respect, you deserve love, you deserve care, you deserve someone to cherish you because you are the prize? And to think that there are women out there who have had relationships with this man, what, for the sexual pleasure? Because he's saying that he had said he didn't want any children. And for those women who went on to have these children with him, without his consent, according to him, because somehow he wasn't in the room. I mean, he did say that they both made that decision. Of course, he didn't rape you, but to be in a situation like that with a man like this is very sad. There are other issues that impact women terribly from having relationships with men like this. There is something called broken heart syndrome, and it is a real thing where it's almost as though your heart has a crack in it. And there are many women out there who suffer from this illness. You need to Google it. I know you're looking at me and you're thinking, what was that? No, now you have to look that up. And it just comes from experiencing a lot of heartbreak. So whatever it might be, whether it was a loss of a loved one or in a relationship like this, any woman who's had to be in a relationship of any sort with a man like this would certainly have their mental health compromised. Women are very delicate. No matter what they tell you, no matter what you say to the world, I'm a strong woman, I'm this, I'm independent, I'm that. Yeah, you could be all those things, but you are by design delicate. And things like this can really destroy a woman mentally, physically, emotionally, and then you go on to raise a child in a broken state. This is something that I really wanted to point out because there are 7 children in the world, never mind the many men out there who are exactly the same, but you have to think about those 7 different children having this man as their father. Now, he doesn't want to be their dad. He doesn't want to have anything to do with them. You heard him say mentally, physically, spiritually, nothing. He can't even stand the woman that he slept with, yes? Now, those 7 children are all going to grow up. They are all going to see this video. It's gone viral. Everyone's seen it. These 7 children, they're going to see their father say this. You're not going to lie to your child forever and not tell him who their dad is. But this is what they're going to find out eventually. And they will grow up with issues such as rejection, mental health problems, real issues, okay? And these are the children that are going to be released into the world broken. I'm speaking to my entire family of sisters. When I got married, I did mention in a video I uploaded about 3 weeks ago, my 19-year anniversary video, I did mention that when I met my husband, or before meeting my husband, I did have some rules. Some of you have lists. Your lists, you want him to be rich, you want him to be this, you want him to be that, you want him to be tall, you want him to be handsome, and all of those things. But there are important things that you need to consider. And one of the things I had in my list that was first and foremost, outside of him being a God-fearing man, is that I didn't want him to touch me sexually. Let's date. Let's get to know one another. You know, let's get to see who we are and see if we are on the same page. This is really important that you get any man who comes into your circle of interest, that you get that man to fall in line with your requirements. You see, he's come to take you, and you need to know who's come to take you. Either this guy or a real man who wants to marry you. It was important that we got to know each other, we got to talk about various things that matter to us to see if we were on the same page as a couple to be. Now, if you bring sex into the mix, it becomes a complicated matter. You throw out all reason, all red flags fly out the window because you're now engaged sexually. But it's a wake-up call, and it's important that this video has gone out there, it's circulated, it's become viral, so women know. The sad thing is, there are still women who will date this exact guy, and there are women who will date guys like that, regardless of what they see, of what they hear. There is a saying, wise people learn from their mistakes, smart people learn from others' mistakes, But as I say, there are women who are still going to fall into this trap anyway. It's just going to have to be a lesson that they're going to have to learn. You have to remember that these women have to take care of these new children. They're innocent. They didn't ask to be here, I always say. And they will grow up and see this video because it's viral. That's their father. They'll deal with feelings of abandonment, mental health issues. Even these women will have their mental health compromised as they raise these children. This isn't what you want for your life as a woman. I always say that if a man knows what he wants, he'll propose to you right out the gate. In a matter of weeks or months, he'll be proposing to you. He knows what he wants. And this would help you avoid an experience like this. This isn't good for you. It isn't good for you at all. It isn't good for our daughters, our sisters, our friends, our aunts. It's not good. It's not good for you at all. This is damaging the females in society, mentally. Depression is a real thing. I am praying that they find their way, they find a way to explain themselves to these children as they grow up. It is important that when you are seeking out a life partner, and I do understand that some women aren't seeking a life partner, they believe they're out there to have fun. But I say, why would you be with a man if this isn't the man who's going to take care of you, who's going to love you, who's going to respect you? That should be the goal. That should be the vision, all right? It's really dangerous to fall into the hands of a man like that. It really is dangerous. You're never going to be free of him because he is a parent to that child. He could turn around tomorrow and say it's his child and he wants to say X or Y or Z. Maybe not, because his video could go to court and he could very well lose all rights to the child based on what he said. But then your child could grow up and want to meet his dad. It just gets all weird. You know what I mean? So it gets very complicated. Why do you want to be in any of that? Why should you be with a man who is actually out to be monogamous with you? This is something that I hope all my family of sisters out there would consider when picking a life partner. The old way never dies. A man who really wants to be with you will be respectful of the fact that you want to wait until you are married before he has access to the prize. You need to show yourself respect before someone else respects you. You need to place value on yourself before another person places value on you. And then you want to think about your children. Is this going to be a good parent for your children? And I just hope that for all my sisters out there, you see this video, you take notes, you pluck a leaf, and you reprioritize when picking a life partner. When you get that text this afternoon from that man, try to think to yourself, is this that kind of man that I just saw in this clip? Because I assure you, that man was not like that to these women when he wooed them. Okay, he was charming, he was all those fancy things, and these women wanted what they wanted and have found themselves in a situation that I can assure you they didn't really want. You wanted something else, but this is what you get. And if you are with a man for any reason, the most important reason should be that he's going to, commit to you or marry you. He's going to make an honest woman out of you. He's going to be that respectful and commit to you. You understand? If that's not what you want, then I suppose this video isn't for you. Anyway, thank you so very much for watching, and keep an eye out. I'll see you again soon in the next video. Take care. Bye.